there were a lot of people that were very afraid, okay, and decided to take profits or decided to just cut their losses, one or another. And I think it's a combination of retail people and also a lot of institutions, because institutions, like I always said, they feel FOMO, and they fall for FUD too, because they're humans, right? They're led by humans. So I feel like a lot of them made a lot of mistake yesterday by panic selling. So yesterday we had the biggest ETF outflow we have ever seen so far for Bitcoin, minus 564 million. And I can't even just blame Grayscale for all of it, because Grayscale did have a massive outflow, 167 million. But everyone else also sold, including BlackRock and Fidelity and Bitwise, all of them, right? And I like to make a clarification. It's not them in particular. It's more of the people and the institutions that were holding on shares decided to sell. So they had no choice but to sell. But nevertheless, it was the first time that BlackRock's ETF actually had an outflow. Look at the massive inflows. They basically took everything in from Grayscale. Yesterday was the first time they actually had a negative 37 million outflow. This is to be expected. At some point in time, there will be outflows. It can't be never-ending inflows like Grayscale before, right? There will be days where there will be outflows. People tend to focus too narrowly on a small time frame. But if you just zoom out a little bit, this is why I say, when in doubt, zoom out. If you just zoom out a little bit, you'll realize that Bitcoin never stops going up. It really doesn't. You see those arrows? They're like non-existent dips. They're like maybe little slowdowns. But that's how it is for Bitcoin when you zoom out. So when in doubt, zoom out, and you'll realize that Bitcoin is the greatest store of value, the greatest hedge against inflation, the greatest decentralized network that we have in existence. And it's not going to stop going up and up and up and up and up and up. It will just keep on going up forever because it's that good. So people that are focused on short term, they're going to lose out. You just have to put it all together. And that's what I do for you guys, okay? The growing fundamentals, the worsening macro conditions, and the scarcity factor. You put all these together, Bitcoin is going to go much higher. Even BlackRock is saying that sovereign wealth funds, okay, and they're huge, trillions upon trillions. Pension funds, huge, trillion upon trillion. Endowments, huge, trillion upon trillions, will trade spot ETFs soon. Think about that, okay? So, even BlackRock themselves are giving Wall Street and everyone, hint, hint, we're going to see trillions upon trillions come in. Okay, hint, hint, while the market is low, while Bitcoin is down a little bit, get ready because the massive liquidity injection is about to come. The second largest European bank bought Bitcoin ETFs too. I mean, like literally everyone is buying, okay? Everyone that understands, everyone that truly have studied Bitcoin, just even for a few hours, know that Bitcoin is what you want to hold long term. Now, we did have our halving event, and some people are still quite confused. Well, George, we had the halving event. Why is Bitcoin not going up? Why is Bitcoin stagnant? And why is Bitcoin coming down? Where's my Lambo? According to Help in the live chat. It will come. You just have to be patient and wait, because if you look at previous cycles, same thing. Okay? I'll even zoom out for you guys. I'll go to the weekly scale right now. And then I have, what is it? The halving indicator, right? Look at this. 2 halvings ago, we had a halving event in July, and look at how long it took. It took literally like almost, 8 months before halving really had effect on Bitcoin and it started skyrocketing. Okay, 2 cycles ago. 1 cycle ago, the halving event was in May, and then look at it. It didn't really start moving until October or September, you could say. That took a little bit, right? 5 to 6 months. So it could be the same thing right now. Maybe we got to wait 2 months. Maybe we got to wait 3 months, right? We just had halving. Maybe we're not going to see movement until here, August or September or even October. We got to wait a little bit. But look at where we are right now versus where we were the last cycle and the cycle before at the halving event. I mean, 2 cycles ago, Bitcoin was only at like under 1,000. And the last cycle, when we had the halving event, Bitcoin was below 10,000. So yes, Bitcoin, when in doubt, zoom out. It just keeps on going up and up and up. And you just have to have some patience, okay? Maybe we have to wait 2 months. Maybe we got to wait 4 months. Maybe we got to wait 6 months. But the parabolic bull run is going to come, and it's going to be glorious. And that's when the Lambos start flowing. And here's something else that's really good. Mr. 100, who actually stopped buying for a staggering 2 weeks for whatever reason. He was buying like 500, 600, 800, 900 Bitcoin per day. And all of a sudden on 422, he decided to sell 1,000 Bitcoin, which is a lot, but still pales in comparison to how much he holds. And then just stopped and disappeared until today. And today, Mr. 100 bought 1,550 Bitcoin by himself. Keep in mind, there's only 450 produced per day. This guy bought almost 3 days worth just this morning at 58,000. Okay. I don't know why he stopped for a period, but he decided enough is enough. I need to start DCAing again. Okay. Maybe because he thinks it's just such a bargain, right? So there are people that truly understand. There are people that will continue to DCA forever. And that is the right course, because if you truly understand Bitcoin, you won't ever go away. And here's something else. If you look at the market drawdowns from every single cycle, right? The ones that we had before were way, way, way worse. Just look at where we are in the purple. All the drawdowns that we had compared to even the drawdowns from 2018 to 2021. And the one before that and before that and before that. Do you notice that our drawdown right now is nothing compared to the drawdowns from the previous cycle? I mean, we're talking about 30, 35, 40% drawdown, guys. Imagine right now if we had a 40% drawdown, we would be back down to like the 40s. Think about the disastrous sentiment we would have if we actually fell down 40%, right? But we didn't. We're in the 20s. But we did have that. We did have that in 2021. We did have that in 2020. I mean, seriously, we fell down to below 4,000 in 2020. That was not too long ago. That was only 4 years ago.